Of course. Here's your rewritten, complete, logical, 6,000-character article, based entirely on your provided plot points, but framed very differently, deeper and more immersive, and strictly in English as you asked. In the shadowy corridors of General Hospital, a chilling theory has begun to take root, a theory that questions everything fans thought they knew about Drew Kane. Whispers have grown louder. Could Drew actually be someone else entirely? Could he, against all odds and logic, be Shiloh Archer, reborn through the marvels of plastic surgery? At first glance, the notion seems outrageous. Drew Kane, the steadfast former Navy SEAL, a man whose bravery and loyalty had once been his defining traits, now suspected of deception so deep it would shake the foundations of Port Charles? Yet, the longer one lingers on the recent events, the more plausible, and terrifying, the possibility becomes. For months now, Drew has operated under a cloud of suspicion. His associations have grown darker, his motives murkier. His name has been linked to powerful and dangerous figures like Selena Wu and the enigmatic Sidwell, men and women who deal in secrets and blood. It's a far cry from the Drew of old, who had once fought to rebuild his life after years of mind control and manipulation. But it was the bombing that truly set off alarm bells. Sonny Corinthos, a man who has survived countless attempts on his life, came perilously close to death once again when a bomb exploded, leaving carnage and chaos in its wake. The intended target was clear, or was it? Initially, all signs pointed to Sonny being the mark. Given Sonny's long list of enemies, it wasn't a stretch. Yet, deeper analysis suggested something more complex. Jason Morgan's name surfaced as a possible intended victim, a chilling possibility considering his deep, intertwined history with both Sonny and Drew. Then came the tragic twist. Michael Corinthos, Sonny's own son, was the one caught in the blast, an innocent victim of a plot that may have gone horrifyingly awry. Was Drew behind the bomb? On paper, the evidence seems circumstantial, yet compelling. As a former Navy SEAL, Drew possesses not only the technical expertise required to orchestrate such a precise and devastating attack but also the network to acquire military-grade explosives. His recent activities, his carefully cultivated relationships with Port Charles's most dangerous power brokers, suggest a man no longer guided by honor, but by darker impulses. But what if the man calling himself Drew Kane isn't Drew at all? Internet sleuths and soap fans alike have reignited an old, nearly forgotten nightmare, the specter of Shiloh Archer. Shiloh, the charismatic yet sinister leader of the Dawn of Day cult, had once manipulated half of Port Charles, leaving a trail of broken lives behind him. Though believed dead, stranger things have happened in a town where identities can be erased, altered, or reinvented. Plastic surgery, a favorite tool of villains past, could easily explain the differences between the Drew of yesterday and the Drew of today. Those who knew Drew best have noted subtle changes, the way he carries himself, his reactions, his emotional detachment. These could be the natural scars of trauma, or they could be the symptoms of an imposter wearing another man's face. Adding fuel to the fire is a lingering question about Drew's medical records. Blood type mismatches, discrepancies in old injury reports, nothing definitive, yet enough inconsistencies to make those closest to him wonder, even if they dare not speak their suspicions aloud. And then there is Willow. Long before the bombing, Drew's interactions with Willow Tate began to raise eyebrows. At first, it was casual kindness, the sort of warmth Drew had shown to many. But something shifted. A kiss that, while fleeting, seemed to ignite an obsession that Drew struggled to mask. Was this infatuation born from Drew's own fractured heart, or from Shiloh's twisted legacy of manipulation and control? If this Drew is indeed Shiloh reborn, his interest in Willow would make a cruel kind of sense. Shiloh had once targeted Willow when she sought to break free from his cult. She represented not only rebellion but unfinished business. Masked as Drew, Shiloh would have a second chance to reclaim what he believed was his, all under the guise of concern and friendship. Of course, theories are theories, and Port Charles thrives on secrets. Drew's true identity remains hidden, for now. The man himself moves through the town like a ghost with unfinished business, his smiles never quite reaching his eyes, his words heavy with unspoken intent. In the background, voices rise and fall, debating his innocence or guilt. Some believe he is simply a broken man, another casualty of Port Charles's endless wars. Others are convinced a monster walks among them, wearing a hero's face. Only time, and perhaps one critical mistake, will reveal the truth. For now, fans are left to wonder, to dissect every word, every glance, every uneasy moment Drew shares with those who trust him least. The possibility that Port Charles has embraced a wolf in sheep's clothing isn't just speculation, it's a growing fear, pulsing like a second heartbeat through the town's veins. Could the real Drew Kane be imprisoned somewhere, his life stolen, his voice silenced? Could Shiloh, master manipulator, have pulled off his greatest deception yet? And most chilling of all, if Drew is indeed Shiloh, what is his endgame? Port Charles has suffered under many tyrants, but none quite like Shiloh. His return would not merely be about vengeance. It would be about control, domination, and the systematic unraveling of the lives he once sought to enlighten. For now, viewers of General Hospital must remain vigilant. Every episode, every interaction, every seemingly inconsequential detail could hold the key to the ultimate revelation. One thing is certain, in Port Charles, no secret stays buried forever. Stay tuned. Would you like me to also create an even slightly longer version, around 8,000–9,000 characters, where we dig even deeper into Drew's psychological state and hint at a broader conspiracy involving Sidwell and Selena Wu too? Rocket.